Good morning. It's Diane with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, in British Columbia, actually on the interior of BC. So if this is your first time joining, welcome. And if you are joining me on YouTube, make sure that you give me the thumbs up. Also, make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube video. That way you get notified every time that I go live, or every time that I do post a video on my YouTube channel. So today, well, it's good morning, good afternoon. It could even be good evening, right? But today and this week, Judy and I are both. This is where I collaborate with Judy Anderson from Illinois, and this is where we are. What we're talking about this week. Get to it, Diane. Right? Is punches. Now, punches are amazing tools, and I don't think that we use them enough. However, I could use a label punch. I could do all those different types of punches. But today, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm still stuck on Christmas. I still love things to do for Christmas. And, honestly, I still got lots to do for Christmas. And besides, I do have a brother that comes downstairs and into my studio and takes my Christmas cards. So anyways, it's nice to have something there for him. All right. So today what I'm going to focus on is the Evergreen Elegance. Now, I'm not going from the J to D mini catalog. So let me just pop on down there. I am actually going into the annual catalog. Too many times we forget about the annual catalog, so I try to keep going back to it. And so we are going to use this Evergreen Elegance. Now, it has a really cool punch that goes along with it that does not necessarily have to be done like this. I'm just going to actually I'm doing an easel card, very simple easel card, but I'm going to use this. And this punch is a border punch. And a lot of times people don't understand how to use a border punch. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. But I'm also going to use this. Now it has some beautiful sentiments in here as well. I love, may the beauty of this season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. I really do like that particular one. I like the boughs. I like the trees. So we are going to make a card, like I say, using this, and we're going to use the punch. Very simple card. May not look that way when it's finished, but it is a simple card. So this can be found on page 91. This does not have to necessarily be used for Christmas. This particular card could also be used for a masculine birthday card. You would just say, just change the sentiment on there. Okay, so I've got my card kit here, and I have the thick, very vanilla. Let me just put that off to the side. And I'm also using Evening Evergreen. Of course I am. Like, I can't believe how much Evening Evergreen that I've actually gone through. But I have a piece that's 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4.25. And when I score it, I go down like that, and then I want another score on this side. So I turn my cardstock and I score it 2 1/8. So let's just go in there, and we're just forming a base. And like I say, this cannot be an easier easel card. And then we're just going to fold back on itself. And by turning it, what you've done is you've got it so you've got a nice even edge along the side there. Now I also have another piece of, this is the very vanilla, the thick very vanilla, and it is at 4.25 by 5.5 because I'm going to layer that onto this part here. So let me just go ahead. And you know what? I'm thinking that maybe because, well, I think I could do it with my seal. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my seal. So I'm just going to just start this up. Remember to roll it back on itself so that you keep it going. And then I'm just going to actually line this up right like this and right along there as well. All right. And then I'm just going to burnish that down. And then this is giving me my easel like this. And of course, we need to have some mats on our cards. So I can go ahead and put those mats on. This one happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. And we will get to our punch very, very quickly. Let's just get the base of our card done so that we know where we're going from and what we're doing with it and everything else. So I'm just going to layer that on. Just like so. And then I'm also going to have a layer on, a layer of the same size, 2 1/8. Yes. What did I say? Did I say 2 1/4? It's 2 1/8, most definitely. Thanks, Judy. I did mean to say 2 1/8. All right, and then we're just going to layer this one on here. I know this uses a bit of cardstock, but you know, sometimes you have to use and do your layers because it sure adds to it. Now, these are the 2 pieces that we're actually going to go decorate. These are 3 3/4 or 3/4 by 5 inches on both pieces. There we go. Now we're just going to go ahead and decorate that. Now, what I want to do is I've got my my trees, and I'm going to do, now, I think what I could do is I'm going to stamp the big ones in Evening Evergreen, and then I'm going to stamp these ones in Soft Succulent. I think that's what I'm going to do. But another thing that I want to do is I kind of want this bottom edge not to be covered with the image. So I'm just going to come in with just a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to have that down about there. So I don't want it to go past that point. So let's see, I'm just going to stamp from the top. This is another one of those stamp sets that you could get an awful lot of. You could get some halos with it. So I'm just going to go, and we're going to do generational stamping. So let me just go like that. And I'm just going to stamp this one down here. Right? Yep, that'll be okay. It'll be covered with something like that anyways. So, and then I also have Evening Evergreen. I mean the Soft Succulent. I don't know if this is what I'm going to want, but we're going to give it a try anyways. So just like that. And one down here. You know, I think it would have been better with Evening Evergreen. You know, I'm going to go back in with the Evening Evergreen. Let's just put that there. And I'm going to come back in with this one as well. Like I say, all I want are some trees. So let's go here. And then I'm going to go here. All right. So that kind of gives me my generational stamping. Now that's going to go onto the front part here, but we have a little bit of other things that we want to do. And I see I've got a bit of a halo, so that's just an opportunity to embellish. Okay, so I have some gold foil. I have some Evening Evergreen, and I'm not sure if this is, I'm going to want this or not, but this is a shimmer vellum. So I'm just going to go with my punch. And what I'm going to do is, this is where the punch is going to punch, is this spot here. So I'm going to I don't really want it to, I don't want to have that border there, not particularly on this one. So what I do is I go and I line up. I want to have this part go right down to the edge here. I'm lining that part up there. And I'm not going to need all of this. I just want some trees. You know what? Let's just do all of it and then it's done. And that's how you line up a border punch. So we'll practice for a bit. I have gold. And now you can go from either end. So let's see. If I go here, I know that that's going to line up there. Now I'm just going to bring, see how I've got a bit of a border there? I'm making sure the bottom edge is down and this edge matches up with these trees on this side. And let's go in and bring that over as well. Now I could leave it like that, but of course we want to make sure it's all punched, right? So I've gone and I pushed down that other edge that's down there and see how it lines up. And let's just go ahead and do that again on with the evening evergreen as well. Now, actually, I do want a border on this particular one. So I'm just going to leave that border there. And this is going to give me my border on the other side. And then I'm just going to cut this part off. You'll see what I'm going to do with this in just a second, because I do have some scraps of this done. Now, I found that it was best to turn it over on this, but it doesn't matter which way. There is a right and a wrong way with the punching. Okay, so let me just get rid of this garbage. I guess you could use the negative from there, but I've chosen not to. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put some ribbon around here. So I'm coming in with this. Let's see. I'm coming in with my chevron weave, and this is the evening evergreen as well. So I'm going to line that up about there. So in this part, I'm coming in with my tear and tape. And everyone knows that I love to use the tear and tape for to make sure that our ribbon is going to stay. So let's put this ribbon across here. Just like so. There we go. Just come in with my ribbon scissors. Always make sure that you have a really good pair of scissors. If you use your paper snips for ribbon and that sort of stuff, I'm going to also use, this is the fine art ribbon. If you do use your paper snips, dedicate one pair of paper snips just for your ribbon. I still have the old Stampin' Up! Ribbon scissors. I also have a pair of scissors that's just dedicated just for anything that's sticky as well. There's silicone. All right, so I have that on there, and I'm thinking that I might even, and I don't know if this is overkill or not. I'll put this in here to begin with. Now, what I've got is I've gone ahead and I've cut some of these trees out. So I want to put these trees, some of these trees, just going to cut that like that. And I'm going to line this up like so. And then I also have some spare of the gold. And I'm just going to line that up, but I'm going to off center it a bit. I think I probably should have cut that off a little bit longer, but let's see. So I'm just going to come in and put some glue on the back. And I don't know if we're going to use that vellum or not. That was an afterthought. Okay, so let's see. Might even just go with it on this long one. There we go. And I'm going to cut this part off here. And see, what I was thinking of doing was, you know what? That might even be okay. Why not, right? So that can also go just, okay. So I'll just come in with my glue again. I don't know what the weather's like in your area, but let me tell you, it is cold here in Kamloops. It's freezing, and we and I don't have all my leaves up yet. I decided that this year I'm going to be nice to my hips, and I'm going to let somebody else do it. All right, so this is going to go. This isn't quite tight enough. Whoops, I should have had a silicone mat underneath there. Let me just grab that mat, just in case we stick again to that. Let's see. I'm going to stick that down so I don't lose that again. There we go. All right, so it's that. Liking how that is. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put this off to this one side here. So I'll glue that down as well. Like so. And then, see, this is going to go on here like this, but we need to put our sentiment on. All right, so I've got a piece of evening evergreen, and of course it's going to have to be gold, right? So we'll have to use our embossing powder. So the Merry Christmas that's in this stamp set is a really nice Merry Christmas, so I'm going to make sure that I go ahead and put that on there. So I'll come in with my Versamark. You know, if we had ink that we had, it would be really nice, but we don't. So let's see how this is going to work. Oops. And I'll just use my gold embossing powder. Oh my goodness, your leaves haven't started falling. Oh, mine are all down. I have blown them all into the center, and they're all ready for my guys to come on Wednesday to pick them up. That way they get rid of them too. So all right. Well, Peggy, it's -8 degrees this morning here in Kamloops. So, and that's Celsius for the people that are down in the States. So I'm not sure, that would be maybe about 20 degrees, if that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut this off. And let's see. There we go. And I can go ahead and put that, I can either put that there or in the middle. You know what? I'm going to come, and I think I am going to use this here. And I think I might just even take this and maybe tie it. I'll see how that looks. Like I say, I don't know really what I was doing until, well, you kind of have a plan in your mind, but sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. So let's just see if that's going to work that way. So I want that there or there. I don't even know if I want that on there. That's an easy way of getting it off, isn't it? Okay, so my thought was all off on this side, but then that just makes it too. So I think I'll do it in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black dimensionals, and these are the mini ones. So I'm just going to actually cut this along here. Because there's ribbon, I don't want it to be on the ribbon and flop. So I'm going to put it down on the bottom side. Make sure I've got it on the right side. And that isn't very straight either, I see. Just like so. All right. I want this on here. I want the, I'm thinking that maybe what I might do is just add a bit more up here and tie it around a couple of times. Somebody had asked me, why do I do certain things and don't do it with other ones? Well, I don't know. It just sort of depends how you feel at the time, right? So just going to, there we go. So I'm just going to tie this around and let's see how that looks. Want it to look rustic, so using my tear and tape to keep this ribbon down, that's for sure. All right, so then that's going to go there, and I know it doesn't show up that much, but it does close up. It does sort of add to it. So I'm just going to put this like this. I'm going to use some glue because I'm going to put it onto the ribbon, like so. And then I can go ahead and put this on top of the part that goes with on the easel. So I think on this, for this purpose, I'm going to use glue. So there we have that part. Now, on this bottom part here, I was thinking that I really like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this and some gold across the bottom here. And that is what is going to act as our stopper for our trees. So let's see. I'm going to come in with my black dimensionals, my mini dimensionals. So that'll be the best to go along in these trees. Okay. That's going to go. Let's see, is that going to be? Yep, that'll be long enough. So I'll just trim this part off and this part as well. I have some of these gold ones still. And that first one I cut. I want to put some of those behind there as well. You know, I should put them all behind. So just cut this part off. Ugh. Well, that was silly. Oh well, we're going to get that so that it's up off of the gold. So let's just take those off. Better late than never, right? All right, so we're just going to stick this on there. Remember, if you are on YouTube, to make sure that you give me the thumbs up. If you also are, give me the thumbs up or share. I would really appreciate it if you'd share my, share this. You can share this. And basically what that does is it gives us more exposure to our page. So this is just going to come down here, and this is going to give me extra pop-up is all that's going to happen for my easel. Okay, I'm just going to cut this part off, and then I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back of this as well. So, now, like I say, this is going to go on here like that. But I think what I could do is I really like these bows. So I'm going to see if that's going to be okay on there. Just bring that one off. Could have put just a tree on it, but I kind of wanted to have the boughs up in the corner or along the top. So let me just bring in my paper again and our Evening Evergreen. Just inking from the top. And you know, I think I could. I'm going to see how this is going to look. I don't know how this is going to stamp. I think I'll just put it in the middle. There we go. And now we can also put a sentiment on there, and I might as well put that on there. It's friends like you that make this season so wonderful. I think I've got some other ones that I really like to use. Maybe I'll just leave that for now. I'm not sure which one I want to use. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We'll live without it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Choose our seal. Like so. This is going to go right on here like so, and that's going to give us our easel or our stopper so that our easel will stay in place. Do you put your sentiments in as soon as you make your card? I don't, because I have to decide who the card is going to. If I don't know who the card's going to, I feel it has to be personalized. Now I'm just going to come back in here and score this again. So we've got a good easel there. And then this can go like so. And of course we have to add gems, right? And I'm really stuck on these genial gems, that's for sure. Not genial, these are the gilded gems. Got a few of them here, so let's just go ahead and put those on there. Got to put one up there, kind of to cover that. Take that opportunity. Put another one, say down here. Those ones are too big. I've got to go and pick some smaller ones. Oh, thank you. It's just, to me, it's a masculine card. I'm so used to having to do masculine cards. So for me to do a masculine card is quite simple, actually, because of the two boys, right? My two sons. But yeah, so let's just put one of those. We could put yeah, that's a little cheesy. Do we want to put that there? There. You know what? I will put it for the eye for the Christmas. Okay, so there's your easel card, and that is using the bundle from the annual catalog on page 91. Remember, if you do buy this as a bundle, you do save 10%. Just a note for people that live in Canada, that is the Canadian host code. If you live in the States, contact Judy for her host code. But it's using this, which uses this wonderful border punch. You could do so many other things with this punch. Let me just close that up. That and the stamp set. I've used this for a couple of different other things, but I love this as a border sort of thing. It's very, very pretty, and the sentiments as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, give us a thumbs up. Share it would be awesome. And if you have any questions at all, just ask away. If you are on YouTube, I do answer those right away. If you are, Judy will answer on her page and I'll answer on mine. So wait till tomorrow. Judy will be back tomorrow around the same time tomorrow playing with punches again. And I can't wait to see what she's going to do with it. So have a great day and we will see you soon. Bye for now.